Chapter 17, Scaling Your Management Company. Welcome to Chapter 17 of the Guide to Short-Term Rental Management. Throughout this course, we have laid the groundwork for building a robust and professional short-term rental management operation, covering everything from initial business setup and owner relations to daily operations and financial management. With a solid foundation in place, many ambitious property managers begin to think about growth. This chapter, Scaling Your Management Company, focuses on strategies and considerations for expanding your business beyond its current capacity. Scaling is not just about getting bigger. It is about growing smarter, increasing revenue and reach while maintaining quality and efficiency. Before embarking on a significant expansion, it is essential to assess whether your business is truly ready to scale. Scaling successfully means growing your revenue at a faster rate than your costs and increasing your capacity to manage more properties without a proportional increase in manual effort or a drop in service quality. This is distinctly different from merely growing, where costs and complexity might increase in direct proportion to size, leading to diminishing returns or operational strain. Several key indicators can suggest that your short-term rental property management business is primed for scaling. Firstly, consistent profitability from your current operations is a fundamental sign. If your existing business model is financially healthy and generating reliable profits, you have a stable base from which to expand. Secondly, you need to have strong systems and processes already in place. As we have discussed in previous chapters, this includes effective automation through a good property management system, well-documented standard operating procedures for all key tasks, and efficient workflows that allow your current operations to run smoothly, not chaotically. Attempting to scale a disorganized or inefficient system will only amplify existing problems. High client satisfaction and strong owner retention rates are also vital signs. Happy property owners and consistently positive guest reviews indicate that your core service offering is solid and well received. Another positive indicator is a strong and consistent demand or lead flow for your services. If you are regularly receiving inquiries from new potential owner clients without an overwhelming marketing spend, or if you find yourself having to turn away new business because you're at capacity, it suggests a healthy market demand for what you offer. Consider your team capacity. Is your current team operating efficiently, but perhaps nearing its limit with the current number of properties? Or have you identified ways to leverage your existing team members more effectively if you were to add more units to your portfolio? Finally, assess the market opportunity. Is there untapped potential in your current market, or have you identified viable new geographic markets where your services could thrive? Beyond these operational and market signals, your personal readiness and vision as the business owner are crucial. You need to have the genuine desire, energy, and strategic vision to guide the company through a period of growth and manage the increased complexity that often comes with it. A thorough and honest self-assessment against these signs is an important first step before actively pursuing scaling initiatives. One common path to scaling a short-term rental property management business is to expand into new geographic areas, leading to multi-market management. This strategy, however, comes with its own unique set of challenges and requires robust remote systems to be successful. The primary challenges of managing properties in multiple markets include overcoming the geographic distance, which makes direct hands-on oversight more difficult. It also involves the important task of maintaining consistent service standards and brand quality across all markets, despite having dispersed teams and operations. You will need to thoroughly understand and comply with different local regulations and licensing requirements in each new city or region. And you will need to build reliable local teams and vendor networks remotely in each new market. Several strategies are key to success in multi-market management. Before even considering entering a new market, thorough market research is essential. This includes analyzing local demand for short-term rentals, understanding the competitive landscape, familiarizing yourself with all local short-term rental regulations, and assessing local operational costs. Remote systems and technology are key for managing dispersed operations effectively. A cloud-based property management system is fundamental, allowing you and your team to access property information, bookings, and operational data from anywhere. Centralized communication tools such as Slack, Microsoft Teams, or project management software are vital for keeping your core team and local market teams connected and coordinated. Implementing smart home technology, like smart locks for remote access management, noise sensors for proactive issue detection, and smart thermostats for energy control, can provide a degree of remote monitoring and control over your properties. Video conferencing becomes essential for regular team meetings, training sessions, and maintaining strong relationships with owners in different locations. You will also need digital tools for remote inspections and maintenance reporting, allowing local teams to efficiently communicate property conditions and needs back to a central operations hub or directly to relevant vendors. To manage on-the-ground operations in new markets, you will likely need to build local boots on the ground. This might involve hiring local operations managers or team leaders and establishing networks of reliable cleaning teams and qualified vendors in each new city or region. Empowering these local leads with clear responsibilities and the authority to make certain operational decisions is often key. To ensure quality and consistency across all markets, rely heavily on your standardized processes and standard operating procedures, which should be designed to be adaptable yet maintain core operational standards. Regular performance monitoring using key performance indicators for each market will help you track how each location is performing and identify any areas needing attention. You will also need to consider the logistics of managing things like supplies and linens across different geographic locations. Depending on your scale and structure, you might adopt a hub-and-spoke model with a central administrative and strategic hub supporting multiple local market operations, or a more fully decentralized model where each market operates with a higher degree of autonomy. As we discussed in Chapter 14, standard operating procedures are vital for ensuring consistency and efficiency in your operations. When it comes to scaling your management company, well-defined SOP templates become the foundation for duplicating your success across a larger portfolio of properties, with more team members and potentially in new markets. SOPs essentially codify your best practices and successful operational model, allowing you to replicate that model efficiently and with less variability as you grow. The idea is to develop master versions of your core operational SOPs. These templates should capture the essential, non-negotiable steps and standards for each key process. While they can be slightly adapted or customized to suit the unique characteristics of a new property or the specific nuances of a new market, the core process defined in the template should remain consistent. This ensures that your brand's service quality and operational efficiency are maintained, no matter where the property is located or who is performing the task. There are several key areas where SOP templates are particularly crucial for scaling. These include your property onboarding process, ensuring every new property is integrated into your portfolio smoothly and to a consistent standard. Templates for guest communication at all stages, pre-arrival, in-stay, and post-stay, ensure a consistent brand voice and that all necessary information is conveyed. Your cleaning and turnover process, including detailed staging requirements, should be meticulously documented in an SOP template to guarantee consistent cleanliness and presentation. Procedures for handling maintenance requests covering both routine issues and emergency situations need to be standardized. SOPs for conducting quality inspections ensure that your standards are being met consistently. Even processes like owner reporting and staff hiring and training benefit from templated SOPs to ensure consistency and efficiency as you bring on new clients and team members. The concept of duplicating success is central here. Your SOPs are in essence the blueprint of what has made your business successful on a smaller scale. By templating these procedures, you create a playbook that allows you to replicate your proven operational model more easily and with a higher degree of predictability as you add more units or onboard new team members. This reduces the learning curve for new staff and minimizes the risk of service quality dilution during periods of growth. For SOPs to be effective, they must be easily accessible to all team members, typically through a shared digital library or within your property management system. Comprehensive training on these SOPs is also essential. Furthermore, SOPs should be living documents. Establish a process for their regular review and updates as your business scales, learns, and identifies new best practices or more efficient ways of operating. As your property management company scales, you will inevitably reach a point where you need to consider expanding your staff and hiring or developing leaders to manage different aspects of the growing operation. Knowing when and how to do this effectively is key to sustainable growth. The decision of when to hire new staff should be based on a careful assessment of your current workload, identification of any specific skill gaps within your existing team, and alignment with your strategic growth plans. It is generally better to hire proactively in anticipation of growth rather than waiting until your current team is completely overwhelmed and service quality begins to suffer. As you scale, you will need to identify the new roles required to support a larger operation. Initially, you might have relied on a small team, or even just yourself, wearing many hats, but with growth, specialization often becomes necessary. Beyond needing more cleaners or handymen, you might need to create roles such as an operations manager to oversee daily field activities, a guest services manager to handle all guest communication and support, an owner relations manager dedicated to client communication and retention, a marketing specialist to drive owner acquisition, or a dedicated bookkeeper or finance manager to handle the increasing complexity of financial administration. When it comes to hiring leaders or managers for these new or expanded roles, you are looking for more than just operational skill in a particular area. True leadership qualities are essential. This includes the ability to effectively manage and motivate teams, delegate tasks appropriately, think strategically to solve problems, and champion the company's vision and values. You will face the common decision of whether to promote from within your existing team or to make external hires for these leadership positions. Promoting from within can be great for morale and leverages existing company knowledge, but external hires might bring new skills, perspectives, and experience in managing larger-scale operations. Each approach has its pros and cons. Regardless of where they come from, it is vital to have clear job descriptions and measurable key performance indicators for all leadership roles. Comprehensive onboarding and ongoing training or coaching for these leaders will also be important for their success. As your company grows, your team structure will likely need to evolve. You might move from a relatively flat organizational structure to creating more distinct departmental teams, such as an operations team, a guest services team, an owner relations team, and a business development team, each with its own leader. Throughout this expansion, a deliberate effort is required to maintain your company culture. As new people join, actively communicate your core values, foster a sense of teamwork and collaboration, and work to keep team morale high. Finally, for you as the business owner or founder, one of the most important skills to develop during scaling is the ability to effectively delegate responsibilities to your new leaders and trust them to manage their respective areas of the business. As your short-term rental property management company successfully scales and builds a strong reputation, you might reach a point where you consider preparing for external investment or even a potential acquisition of your business. Alternatively, you might look at acquiring other, smaller property management companies as a strategy for even faster growth. Understanding why you might consider these options and how to prepare for them is an important aspect of long-term strategic planning. There are several reasons why you might consider seeking external investment or positioning your company for acquisition. External investment can provide the capital needed to fund faster growth initiatives, such as significant technology upgrades, aggressive expansion into new markets, or major marketing campaigns. Being acquired by a larger entity can serve as an exit strategy for the founders, providing a financial return on the years of hard work invested in building the business. It can also offer the opportunity for your company and team to merge with a larger organization that has greater resources, broader market share, or complementary services. Conversely, your company might reach a stage where acquiring smaller property management companies becomes an attractive option for rapidly scaling your own operations and market presence. Regardless of whether you are seeking investment, planning for an eventual sale, or looking to acquire others, there are key preparations that will make your business more attractive, valuable, and ready for such transactions. First and foremost are clean and transparent financials. This means having accurate, well-organized, and ideally audited or at least professionally reviewed financial statements, including profit and loss statements, balance sheets, and cash flow statements for several years. You need to be able to clearly demonstrate consistent profitability and a strong growth trajectory. Strong, well-drafted contracts are also essential. This includes your management agreements with property owners, which should ideally be transferable, as well as any significant vendor contracts. Having thoroughly documented systems and standard operating procedures, as we have discussed extensively, is incredibly valuable. It demonstrates that your business is a well-run, scalable operation that is not solely reliant on the founder or a few key individuals. You will need to showcase strong performance metrics and key performance indicators, such as healthy occupancy rates, competitive average daily rates and revenue per available night, high owner retention rates, and excellent guest satisfaction scores. A diverse client base, meaning you are not overly reliant on a small number of large property owners, reduces risk and makes your business more attractive to investors or acquirers. Your strong brand and positive reputation in the market are also significant assets. Ensure you have a scalable technology stack, including a robust property management system and other key software that can support future growth. A solid legal and compliance record, demonstrating that you operate ethically and within all regulatory frameworks, is also crucial. Finally, if you, as the founder, plan to step away or significantly reduce your role post-acquisition, having a capable and experienced management team in place to ensure a smooth transition will be highly valued. It is also helpful to have a basic understanding of valuation basics, how property management companies are typically valued in the market. Common valuation methods include a multiple of earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization, a multiple of annual revenue, or sometimes a per door or per managed unit basis. Be prepared for the rigorous due diligence process that potential investors or acquirers will undertake. They will scrutinize every aspect of your business. Lastly, when you are seriously considering investment or acquisition, it is highly advisable to seek professional advice by engaging with experienced business brokers, merger and acquisition advisors, attorneys, and accountants who specialize in these types of transactions. Their expertise can be invaluable in navigating the complex process and maximizing the outcome for your business. This completes Chapter 17. We have explored the journey of scaling your short-term rental management company, from recognizing the signs of readiness and managing multi-market operations, to leveraging SOPs, expanding your team with leaders, and preparing for potential investment or acquisition. In Chapter 18, we will look ahead to the future of short-term rental property management.